Lisa here with FindUsCamping. Today we're in Goshen, Indiana at Keystone RV. We're going to take a tour of this new Cougar 357 UMR with Chad.
Hey everybody, my name's Chad and I'm one of the reps here for Keystone in the Cougar division. So we're going to take Lisa through this brand new 357 UMR. It's a new floor plan. Actually, it's a whole new concept for the RV industry. The UMR, we like to have our little codes for our names of our coaches, but the UMR stands for Universal Mudroom. So it's a whole new type of concept. It really caters, Lisa, I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
It really caters to full-timers. We notice that so many people have dogs, you know, or pets
Absolutely.
or whatever when they
we
go
have
camping.
two big dogs that like to swim and then they come back muddy.
And
So,
muddy,
yeah.
so you're trying to figure out what to do with them, and I don't know how you go about it with the outside shower.
Yeah,
you
it's
hose them off
usually a
with that.
hose outside, and then you've still got dirt outside that they're still bringing inside. So
Exactly.
it's a
So
problem.
we've solved that problem with this new floor plan.
So excited.
But a little bit about Cougar. Cougar was started back in 1998. It's one of our oldest brands here at Keystone. And it is actually the most awarded brand in the RV industry. It's won more awards than any other brand out there right now. And we have put approaching about 200,000 Cougars out into campgrounds in the history of that brand. So this is
That's
one
a
of
lot.
the best-selling brands in the RV industry. So it's really cool when we come up with some new concepts and some new things, because honestly, you guys are so great for us in the fact that you have all these people on your forums and in your groups and
Right.
everything else, and you let us kind of check that out to look at the feedback and see what people are
Everybody's
saying
looking
about
for
our
something
campers.
different. Everybody's always looking for something different, and this mudroom is big. Like,
It
it's
is
awesome.
It is a very, very cool concept. So, and there's some additional things in there too that's going to help out with people that are full timing, because, you know, I mean, if you really think about it, when you're full timing, you got to figure out how to do your day-to-day stuff, pay your
Right,
bills.
and whether it's
and
you're needing to work from your RV or your kids are needing to be in school virtually from their RV.
Oh, it's been a huge thing.
It
I
is a
mean,
huge thing.
if you are out there camping or whatever, and you are full-timing or doing it, you know, traveling for your job, I mean, you think about traveling nurses, you think about journeymen and pipeliners
Right.
and things like that. I mean, they're living in them, and if they have kids, those kids are needing to do
They need a
schoolwork.
place.
So
Absolutely.
we've got a spot for that. We've got, that's just a really cool part of that entire mudroom. All right.
The
So,
mudroom is awesome.
but before we get to that, I know that that's what everybody's wanting to see.
Yep.
Let's
We're
just
gonna make
take
you wait.
Yes, we are going to make you wait. We're going to take a quick stroll just around the outside to kind of show you a few things that we do here. So first and foremost, we do use the Celestance steps, the more ride steps here. The nice thing about these steps, they're super easy. Maybe you can be my Vanna White here
Absolutely.
and model
We
this
have
for
these
me,
in
but
ours.
you have those on yours.
We do.
Really nice, super lightweight. Just click right into place.
How'd that
You
go?
just- Yep, shut the door, you're good to go. You don't have anything underneath getting muddy, getting wet, rusting, or anything else. Those old steps, when you would do it, you would try, I don't know, you had those on your previous campers, didn't
Well,
you?
yes. And we have these now, but I have the older model that you have to pull the pins out to extend the feet. So these that have the new piece on the back, so much easier.
So much easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the nice thing is those legs are adjustable. So when you
Right.
guys, you know, roll up and it's a slanted, you know, ground or whatever, you can extend one farther and get a solid
Right.
step. So great thing there. Friction hinge entry door. Obviously, most of us do that. Eliminates the clip on here that always breaks, and yeah. You
Keeps
can-
it from swinging open,
slamming
slamming into
and
the
everything
side
else.
of the camper. Absolutely.
We go over here and we've got, this model actually has nice big pass-through storage here. We do kind of a saddlebag here. We've got the TV hookup right here for satellite and cable and an outlet. And then this is our in-command system. One of the things about Cougar is there's a few brands here at Keystone that do the in-command system. It is standard on every single Cougar. So every Cougar has in-command is the new Generation 3 with Global Connect.
Nice.
And
we
with
have that
the-
on our Fusion, and he loves it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that new third generation, it allows you, as long as you have internet connection on the trailer and you have internet connection on your phone, you can operate certain things globally, which means that you can operate them from anywhere on the planet.
Right.
There's some really cool real life applications for that too. You know, one of the things I talk about a lot is, and maybe you can attest to this, but think about people that want to go canoeing or they're going to go rafting or something like that. You know, you get up in the morning, it's 55 degrees out, it's perfectly comfortable, and there's really no need to turn your air conditioning on.
Right.
But it's going to get up to
About the middle of
80,
the day.
85 degrees that
Right.
day or whatever. So just leave your camper the way it is, go out, go rafting or whatever, and when you're done, you can hop on your phone and you can say, "Ooh, it's 78
It's
degrees
hot.
in there."
Let me turn that down so when we
Yeah.
get back, it'll be nice and comfy.
Nice and
inside.
comfy, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. So that's a really, really cool feature. The other thing that you can do is you can operate your lighting, and then you can monitor your batteries and your tanks and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
he does the lighting, so we don't, rather than trip up the steps to get into bed in the dark, we get upstairs, we get in bed, he picks up his phone, turns the lights off in the whole rig, and we go to bed.
Oh yeah. Well, how many times have you pulled up to a beautiful campsite and you got trees on both sides?
Right.
And so you want to stand outside and run your slide rooms out, make
Right.
sure you don't hit anything. So there's it makes it real handy.
It
That's
is
a
nice.
that's a cool feature. But there's a couple things on here too that are really nice that maybe not everybody knows about with the in command. One of the things is this. If you want to come up here, there's a dial right here, and there is a toggle switch right there. There's 5 settings on it. Those are actually electric overrides for your slides and your awnings.
Right.
So-
if you need to.
Well,
You
if
have
for
a
some
backup.
reason your pad in there
Panel's
is not
not
working,
working.
you never downloaded the app on your phone, so you don't have it on your phone, how are
can
you going to
still
get
do
your
it.
slides and your awnings
We're here, we
You
get
know,
the slides out.
in and out?
There you go.
This is your electric override. So there's 5 settings, and the way that it works is it actually starts on the off door side up front and then goes counterclockwise around to this front.
Okay.
So that way you know, because there's
Which one you're
M1,
working
M2,
on.
M3, M4, M5, and you know which one M3 is.
Right.
You know, you just
count
go
around.
around that way. Absolutely. So that's our in-command system. That's just a little tidbit on the in-command system. So you can see nice big storage. We actually angle this back. Instead of coming straight down, we angle this back because we know some people forget and leave their tailgates down.
Yeah.
And that way it will not hit the front of the coach.
Important.
There's some cool things on our front cap. Earlier when we were talking, you pointed out the mirror.
the mirror, yes.
I believe I saw your husband checking his makeup out in the mirror. Is that correct? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right up in it.
So yeah, make sure everything's just right. So this is something that we actually invented. The patent's right there on it. It's an alignment tool. So when you stand about 10 feet in front of that mirror and you look at that mirror, you're going to see your ankles.
Okay.
Because it's angled down, and that way you can look in your rearview mirror, bounce it off this, and you can actually see the back part of your hitch.
You can see your hitch.
Which is going to come into this pin, so
Right.
it helps you align that. And
Absolutely.
we came up with that years and years and years ago, and patented it. We actually have, I believe, 3 patents that involve our front cap.
Well, and the light up here too. So if
the
you're
light's
trying to
nice.
hook up in the dark, you can still, everything you can still see.
Here's a funny little tidbit for you. So this is how we operate at Cougar. You know, we really dive into things before we just start throwing stuff on our coaches. So obviously this LED lighting, everyone's into the LED
Right.
lighting, right? So you want your front cap to have this cool accent lighting and everything. Well, before we did that, we actually looked at the state laws and the laws in Canada. And did you know that there's
okay.
only one color that
I'm
is
gonna guess
legal
it's
in
orange.
all 50 states and
Really?
Canada, and it's amber.
Huh.
That's the only one. So if it's blue, white, green, red, any other color, it's not necessarily legal in all 50 states and Canada.
Interesting.
So that color is, that's why we went to that.
Okay. That's smart.
Yeah. So you come around here, and then you can see some other cool things that we do here. This is our docking station.
Right.
And in our docking station, oh yeah, you got the little, like a
just
little
a little cubby
toolbox.
hole. Okay, that's
Like a
nice to
little
see.
toolbox in there. But you've got, you got your, some of your tank pulls in here. You've got your city water, your winterization tank flush, battery disconnect, water heater bypass. You have a spray port with hot and cold water with the detachable hose. But this is actually something that we just did. So we also do Key TV. That is something else that we invented. Our engineers came up with that. And this is like the controller. There's actually 6 coax hookups behind this.
Okay.
So you have 4 TV hookups in here. So there's individual coaxes going to each
Each
TV. So we were able to eliminate all the jumpers and splitters and everything else. So that way your signal quality is
Doesn't get
way
diminished.
better. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But this is actually a new piece right here because what we found through customer
talking
feedback
back,
and the
that's
forums and
right.
blogs and stuff is that more people actually do roof mount satellite dishes than what we thought.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then if a dealer has to mount that, they would actually have to run the coax through all the interior walls and everything, and to get it to come down
Just
and
to get
hook
it
up.
here.
Well, you're talking, 4 hours of labor at, maybe
whatever
$100
the
or
dealer's
something.
charging, right.
So anyways, we ran it all for you. It solves everything. Nice. So, but that's our docking station. Nice little feature on there. It's all real nice and handy. So here, we'll come around here. So on our back wall, there's a couple cool little features on the back wall that I wanted to show you. Yeah, obviously we have the 2-inch receiver. That has a 300-pound carrying capacity on it. We have 7 floor plans that are our shorter floor plans. We'll actually put the brackets on here and we'll put a 4-way plug. That way if somebody wants to tow a boat or maybe wave runners, golf cart or something behind it, they can. Okay. That will actually have a 3,000-pound towing capacity. Right. So this, however, because of the length of this, because of the length of this, we don't put that on there because in a lot of states, something like this behind a truck is going to be over the length limit if you put a boat or something behind it. The other thing that we do is we actually incorporate reverse lights. We're one of the only brands in the industry that does this. Most of the time when you look at towables, it's all red. Well, if you put it in reverse, nobody knows you're backing up. So, and the other thing that people are doing now is they're doing a lot of backup cameras. So how many times have you guys pulled into your campsite when it's dark? Right. All right, and if you have to back in. And
I'm out there with a flashlight.
Trying to, you're out there trying to light up the area.
Even with the camera, because it's dark.
Because it's dark, 100%. Yeah. So what this does is this, when you put it in reverse, it's going to light up the white lights, make it real bright back here. It's going to let everybody know you're coming back. And when you're backing up into your campsite, it's just going to light up that whole area so that you can see it through your monitor. So a couple cool little things here. Yeah. The other thing that most people don't know about Cougar is Cougar actually has 2 rear walls. This rear wall is 3 inches thick. Okay. We have our traditional wall that is fiberglass insulation with wood framing so that we can put the fiberglass insulation right over the wiring. And so we have 100% insulation coverage, and then we take a 1-inch thick wall that's laminated with block foam and aluminum framing and put that over the top of that. Oh. So that's our second rear wall, gives us a total of 3 inches thick, and it's double framed and double insulated. Yeah, really cool. Important. All right, so you ready? All right, guys. So we're gonna kind of go in through the back here because this is the room. Yeah. So I'll let you kind of check it out, and then I'll point out a few things for you. How's that sound? So here we go, guys. So here's what we did here is the whole concept behind this is that, obviously people take dogs with them, they take pets with them. It's always hard to find a place to...
They take kids with them.
They take kids with them too, yeah, absolutely. So what we wanted is something that somebody could come right in, hop in, get cleaned off, change clothes if they need to, and then go back into the coach.
Without
so this is actually...
all the way through. Yeah.
What's that?
Without dragging mud all the way through.
All the way through, absolutely. So what we did is just a half shower. We did this huge base here. If you get a chair for this, you could just slide your chair over, put the dog in there or whatever. You've got a retractable clothesline right here so that you can hang towels and stuff over here to dry. Yeah, and look at this. I mean, you got a huge window right here, so you got tons and tons of natural light that opens so that you can get some extra ventilation. There's actually a window right behind you, so we can see that there's another huge window here.
Lots of light back here.
And tons of light, tons and tons of ventilation. So you've got that in addition to the screen door if you want to do that. So we also wanted to give you stackable washer dryer prep.
Yes.
There's a lot of people, especially because this unit is designed for that full-timer, somebody that's going to be working from the road, we know traveling nurses.
The all-in-one washer dryer, like how much can you really get in there at a time, and
right.
How long will it take you to do the laundry? So this is a big thing.
Yes, because the stackable is way more efficient than the combo units. So this gives you, we put in the adjustable shelving because if somebody doesn't want to use it for that, they can just use it for extra shelving, and just gives you a ton of space. So you got that there. And then over here, we have the desk. So I think that you guys probably, when you came in here and saw this originally, you really like this part. Is that correct?
I do, because I feel like there's so many people right now, whether it be kids in school, adults from home that are having to work, that need, we have friends that are looking for a floor plan, and it's just the 2 of them, but she works from home. that she could have her own space to work. And there's a door there, so like literally this could be her office.
This could be.
Yeah, so that'd be great.
And we gave you,
And the mudroom.
you know, it's not a massive space, but we were able to get in just a nice spot where you can put the laptop, you can put, you know, something, you know, to write notes or something on. We've got an outlet here. We've got USB ports here. So all of your hookups and everything. You got a little cabinet there with a shelf, so you can throw, you know, maybe some paper in there or whatever. And then
you have cabinets up top.
You have cabinets up
because
top.
So many people right now are sitting on their couch with their laptop, or they're occupying the whole dinette, and you know, with their computer. So this would definitely take care of that.
You know what else this is great for? What I would maybe use it for too? It's a great folding table for the laundry.
Well, yeah, because you're right here.
You're right there.
You're right here in the mudroom.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're getting the t-shirt. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I don't think we camp in 3-piece suits or anything like that. I mean, it's t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, and jeans and stuff like that. So take it out, fold it, boom, stack it right here, and then yell at your husband and kids to come get their laundry, right?
Your laundry's ready, come get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
So we did a little coat closet or coat hook here with corkboard, the keys and everything else. Just kind of a little catch-all type thing here. So great spot, come in, get everything all taken care of. Then you can go into the camper and enjoy your time in there.
I like this room a lot.
Yeah, it's different. It's really cool. It's a whole new concept, and we think it's going to be big. We've had a lot of interest on it. A lot of people wanting to see it.
Sure.
So
I'm sure. It's like the barn door. I'm a fan of the barn.
You're a fan of the barn door? Yeah, this is our Amy Gray Signature Series interior. This is unique to Cougar, and this is something that Amy, she's our one of our designers here. She's the design manager here, and then
she nailed this one. It's beautiful.
She did this, yeah. So we basically had 3 that she did. There was one that was close to what we had, and then for the other 2, we said go nuts. Whatever you want to do, go nuts. And then she had the 3, and we ran hundreds of people through them just to say, okay, which one you like the best? Well, this was overwhelming.
Absolutely.
This was the favorite. So we've had so many people come in, especially the ladies come in, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's got my white kitchen. You know, I mean, you know, people ask me to describe this thing.
You have a small area, so the white brightens it and makes it seem, you know, bigger because it's white and it's bright.
It is, and that's what people are looking for. You know, we went through that phase where everything was dark, and I know, and it all kind of goes in cycles. If you do it long enough, you see stuff kind of come back into style and things, but you know, it was kind of a lighter, then it went dark because everybody thought it was rich looking and everything else. Well, then that got kind of dark and claustrophobic, and people started to want
the bright,
open, bright, airy, fresh.
And it makes sense that you have the dark back there because you're coming in and you're dirty, and exactly. When you get up here, it's clean, so it can be white. Well,
yeah, and your kitchen's kind of your focal point. It's the same way in your house. So what we did is we just did a white kitchen. And then the rest of the coach, your bedrooms, your bunk rooms, your bathrooms, and that type of stuff, those are all traditional wood grain.
Right.
All right. So, but it really does open it. We went kind of that modern farmhouse. We did raised panel cabinetry, uppers and lowers. These are solid hardwood doors, and these are painted, and then they actually glaze them.
Oh, okay.
So you can see here, you've got these little imperfections in it.
Right, because it's supposed to be that.
That is part of that design, yeah, because it's made to look like that antique, modern farmhouse type thing.
I really like it.
Yes. We told her basically we wanted the inside of this to look like the last 10 minutes of every HGTV show.
Right. So. It's reminiscent of that couple that redoes houses, and they look, you know.
Yeah, not sure who they are. So you got all 3 pieces of furniture in here. You got fireplace, you got 50-inch TV. You still have, look at the size of this pantry in here. So
I know, everything is so deep.
It is. It's real deep. You've got that. So you got the shelves here. You got the storage up here. You got the storage down. Well, you got the converter, down there. We like to do that sometimes and fool you, even me.
Well, and you have drawers that you can actually fit the silverware in.
Yes.
Some of them, the drawers, it's like, oh yeah, lots of drawers in there this deep, and you can't fit anything in them. So that's
correct.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. So nice deep drawers. The island actually was the wood grain color, and we switched it over to the white, and it just looks like dynamite. Yeah. So all right. So a couple really cool parts about this, Lisa, is first and foremost, if you look at the vanity. All right. It used to be that we had the faucet back here, and we moved the faucet over to the side. We had one big cabinet, and you would open up that cabinet, and you had one shelf.
Right.
By doing it this way, we were able to still get in a cabinet here so that you could put a trash can or something in, and then we give you 3 drawers in your vanity. That was a nice
medicine cabinet too.
And you have a medicine cabinet. Not only that, but you have that full linen closet right in there.
So many floor plans now don't have anywhere to put towels in the bathroom.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
They give you the towel. They give you a towel hook or a towel bar,
yeah.
and
Like,
that's
well, what
all they
about the
give
rest
you.
of the towels?
Right. So we want to make sure that we get
That's
a linen
nice.
closet in each one, and then the other thing that we do is we do the sliding pocket door.
Yeah, that's nice.
So with the sliding pocket door, that allows you to get to it from either side easily.
Right.
We used to do the pivot door. The pivot door was kind of a neat concept,
I like
but it
this
was
better.
a little, this is a little bit more
Because
user friendly.
when it's in use, it's shut, and when it's not, it's out of the way.
It's out of the way. Yep, and it's easy to get to from either side. And then in the bedroom here, I'm trying to think if we have a light in here. So in here, king bed. So this is a
East-west.
70 by 80 king, and it is east-west, so it is the bed slide. We've got windows on each side, both those windows open, so you get some
That's
good
nice,
cross
too.
ventilation.
Yes.
We also have a nice big window over here. You can see the size of this window. So a nice big window there. That whole window opens, so you get tons and tons of ventilation in your bedroom. You can get this. We offer the king or we offer a queen. So if you want a little bit more walk around space, you can get that. Then in here, we do some extra shelving. So you got lots and lots of storage space right here.
And then you still have the closet, right?
And then you still have the closet. Now, here's a cool thing. We talked about CPAPs and, the
Right.
fact that you want a spot to put your water and your glasses and everything else. So in here, on this side,
there's
we
my
put that whole
charging
kit.
station.
There's your charging station.
Yes.
So you got a little cabinet in there.
That's
you
nice.
got an outlet. You got USB ports and everything, so that you can just hook all that up right there. Now we've got outlets and
There's
USBs
still
on
one
the other
over here.
side, but that's got a great spot. So if you got a CPAP machine or anything else, that
Nice.
works right there.
Love it.
So pretty unique floor plan, huh?
It is. I really like it a lot. And I appreciate you walking through it with us.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Chad, for giving us a walkthrough on the 357 UMR Cougar. If you all have any questions or comments, please comment below. If we can't answer them, we know somebody we can check with to get the answers for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys. Really appreciate you taking the time. And thank you guys for doing this and getting this out to so many people. It's the fastest way to spread the news now. So we love it.
And
We
it's a
love it.
great floor plan. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.